I've grown countless of stores from $0 to $1,000 a day within weeks, and I have finally found a method that allows complete beginners to enter dropshipping without losing all of their money. An actual method that doesn't evolve around gambling and prayers. Something bulletproof that will actually work. And as you can see on these results, the strategy speaks for itself. See, dropshipping is easier than ever right now. Everyone is currently out enjoying summer while you're inside learning about business. This gives you a massive advantage, and I am here to help you maximize your chances. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
What I am about to represent to you is real value that actually works, and I put over 6 hours into making this guide for you. And what is my goal? Well, that's to get you to your first $1,000 a day. But before that, let me show you my own store and how it's performing so that you know I'm qualified to teach you. So as you can see, last month my Shopify store generated $720,000 in sales, which is absolutely crazy. Now let's break it down this month so far, the 1st to 11th of July. We managed to make $250K. If things go accordingly to the plan, we might break $800,000 this month.
What's the word of the day?
Cash.
Cash!
And of course, I'm gonna refresh it for you. There we go. So, $0 to $1,000 a day with dropshipping in just 15 days, a step-by-step guide. So, who am I? First of all, sorry for the cringe picture. I'm 23 years old. I dropped out at 17, depressed and looking for a way out. People said I was crazy for doing this, that I should follow a traditional path, but I had so much faith in this business model that I decided to go all in. I'm an owner of a $700,000/month e-commerce brand, which I just shown you, and I've helped over 1,000 students make money with dropshipping. Some replaced their 9-to-5 job, others bought penthouses in Dallas. So that goes to show that this method works. Now let's talk about the 4 foundations of dropshipping to set your expectations straight. Number 1, product. A good ad won't sell a bad product. So this is your number 1 priority. Now the second one is your marketing approach. This is extremely important, and I will lay out the exact method I use to choose marketing approaches here in a second. But without this, you won't make sales. Number 3, creative. Your creative/video ads decide your success. And number 4, your audiences. Who are you selling to? And make sure you're specific with this. So let's talk about the first thing we need to have. So, a product. So what qualities are we looking for? Well, number 1, I want something that has a wow factor. Not something you can buy 5 minutes down the street or in your local Walmart. Something that's exciting to buy, impulse purchases. Number 2, something that makes your life easier. This can be something that helps people with their insecurities if they struggle with, for example, acne. This can be something that helps you close doors more easily. Something that makes it easier to have pets or babies. Problem-solving items. Now for the pricing, we want to make sure that we have something we can sell for $20 to $50 or something that has a 2 to 3x profit margin. You never want to sell too low ticket of a product when dropshipping, but it's also important to not sell something too specific, as you're going to have to spend much more money to acquire a sale. So my preferred selling range is like $20 to $40 on my store. Now let's look at the best way to find winning products in 2024. This just works insanely well. So what you want to do is you want to come to Instagram, then you want to come over to Reels, and if you scroll down here, you're going to see so many insane products, which is a gaming console that kind of is able to take people back in time where they can play their favorite games all over again. It has over 6,000 likes, and as you can see, there is a store who's selling it. So they've ordered a product to their own house and they are making content of it, and then they have the store linked in their bio. And as you can see, their store is actually super good, which is very rare with this dropshipping strategy. And in a second, I'll teach you how you can abuse the whole method, okay? But if you keep scrolling, you're just gonna encounter more and more products, like for example, this one, which is like a night lamp. This one, which is a Pokemon thing to like kind of sleep in. It's a bit weird, but this is what I'm talking about with wow factor products. It has 54K likes. So what I want you to do when finding products is to browse the Instagram Reels feed. This is where you find all the new products before the market starts going crazy about them, okay? You can do the exact same method on TikTok too. However, Instagram is where I find all of my products right now. So there's 3 steps to find winning products. Number 1 is to find the product. which I just showed you. You want to go on Instagram. Now there's one more way to do it, and that's by coming to AliExpress. And if you feel like you kind of got an eye for the product, you can scroll down here on the more to love section at the bottom of the homepage, and you're going to encounter so many crazy good products. I mean, look at this one here, ship in a bottle, got a humidifier, we got this anime product, another kind of like humidifier, I guess, got the Galaxy projector. As you can see, I'm finding tons of unique and good products here too. However, it is a bit more difficult. Now, the second thing you want to do is to check the trend and analyze the market. And I got the perfect tool for that. So let me show you Sick Analytics, which is one of the best product research tools right now. First of all, as we see on the homepage, you can see the top 30 trending Shopify stores right now. And what we can do is to steal their concept and run it to a different demographic or country. But let me show you my favorite feature. So on the left side here, we got the store sales tracker, which is really powerful. Now, you're not going to see sales on every single store, as not every store is actually making sales. But if you have one that you think is super awesome, like this one, for example, 26,000 followers, they got 14 million views on one of their TikToks. It's once again an organic page. Let's say that we want to run this product, but we want to see if it's even working. What we're going to do is we're going to head to their page right here. Then we're going to first look to see if it's good. And to be honest, their page is horrible. So if they're making, let's say 100 a day, you can make 500 if you just make it better. We're going to go ahead and copy their link. Then we're going to paste it in on the sales tracker. And as you can see, I've already done it. Then we can open it up in a new tab right here, and we can see all the data. So the last 30 days, the store has generated $2.4 thousand in revenue. Then we can actually go ahead and check if there's any revenue recently. So I'm going to go with first 5 days of July, and they made $600. Now let's check if they're making money right now though. Yes, they are. It actually looks like they're scaling up the product right now. So if these guys can make sales with such a bad website, we can definitely make sales if we just improve their concept, which I'm going to teach you in a second. I recommend everyone watching this to get Sick Analytics so that you can spy on other stores, get their data, and get an idea as to whether or not the product is trendy. You never want to jump into anything blindly. You want to make sure you do your research beforehand. So Sick Analytics is going to be linked in the description. Make sure you use it because it just boosts your dropshipping success so much. Now, the next thing we can do with Sick is we can actually search up keywords. So if we find a product, but we're not able to see how many stores are selling it, we can actually come over here and search in keywords. And as we search them up, stores are going to pop up here that we can take inspirations from. We also have a product explorer where we can customize everything. So let's say we want to find products that sell for $20 to $50, which is my criteria. We can then hit dropshipping to make sure that it's a dropshipping store. We can hit single product store to make it even more dropshipping likely. Then we hit the ad channels for e-com. We're going to click search. And they're going to end up showing us so many good products as well as all the data on them. We can see if the trend is going up lately the past 30 days. So by doing this, we're getting data, not just the product. So I highly recommend you to use it. Now, this is where the video gets interesting. Marketing angle and audience. Advertising broad or with zero intention won't work. Listen, this is the dumbest thing you can do. Most of you guys, let's be honest, you don't have any plan with dropshipping. You just take a product you think is cool, you copy some stuff here and there, and you hope for sales, but it won't work. Now, here is what actually works though. The best ways of beating competitors is by lowering your pricing, perfecting their flaws, and choosing a different audience or angle. As we saw in many of these organic stores, their website is horrible. Some of them don't even have reviews. Some have a My Shopify domain, it's not even custom, and beating them would be super easy if we get these three things right. Competitive pricing, perfecting their flaws, and choosing a different audience or angle. Now let's look at a couple of stores that's nailing this. So let's say that you want to sell this product right here, which is a money saving box. I showed you guys actually in my past video. It simply just saves money. I have found 3 different stores that are all selling it. But here is what's so interesting. They all have different marketing angles. Now this one, for example, seems to be like super broad. It's simply just showing the product in action, but it's not really appealing to anyone specific. Now, if we look at this one, for example, this is someone taking an approach of car owners, right? Saving up to purchase a new car. And if your budget is going to be 10,000, you want to get the 10,000 variant, right? But they're essentially taking an angle of selling it only to people that's looking to purchase a new car. And by doing that, they're kind of getting their own audience, right? Car savers are more likely to buy these guys' product than these guys who's just going completely broad. Now let's look at this one though. Saved $10,000 for my summer vacation using the simple method with the cash vault. This ad specifically talks about people who's saving up for their dream vacation, which I think is a perfect marketing angle right now that summer is here. So as you can see, these guys are all selling the same product. That can be really competitive, right? Especially if you're just going broad. Now they are choosing their own niche audience, people saving for summer, people saving to purchase an iPhone, people saving for a car, and somebody's going broad and just going for people saving in general. Now that marketing angle might not be the best. So what can we do? All of these are taken. Well, what if we sell it to parents saving up for their kids' college? I don't know how expensive that is or if it's even relevant for the box, but see how I'm thinking here to be different and get my own audience. Once we become big enough, we can branch into more niches. But to get started, you need to understand the rich people are in the niches, specializing in one thing only. So next time you find a product, I want you to sit down and think, how can I make this unique and different? And when you look at your competitors, try to make it a little bit better. Try to have a bit more structure. Try to add in a guarantee such as 30-day money back to make sure that your store gets trust, because this is very important. The third part, store design. So there's 4 criteria of a good store, okay? The first one is the vibe and colors on your store, okay? Go for 2 main colors and have them all lined up perfectly. Make the add to cart button match the color of the logo that matches all the other buttons, and go for colors like white and blue, white and red, white and orange, white and black. This is what's the best for dropshipping. Your store needs some personality and a story. Number 2, UGC. Show the product in action. No AliExpress photos allowed on your site. Now this simply means that you can take screenshots of the Instagram Reels you're finding. Just make your description unique so the customer can see how it's like owning the product. You cannot just go to AliExpress and grab a white background picture of the product that tells you all the metrics on the homepage. It doesn't work. You want to have real pictures that are actually good. You could even find better content on Alibaba. The third criteria for a good store is good copywriting. And this is actually the most important. How many times have you not seen a boring store that says, "Why should you buy from us?" This is horrible copywriting. You want to make it exciting, funny, maybe do some jokes in there, maybe attack them on the problem as well, and have some emojis. Copywriting is key, and that will be a 1-hour video, so I recommend you to study that, okay? All of my best students inside of my mentorship program study copywriting on their free time. With copywriting, you can tell a story and write words that sell. The fourth criteria is reviews, okay? You want to use a review app like Luke's Reviews, for example, to gain trust on your website. If your customer sees that nobody's bought it before and there's no opinions on the product, they're likely not going to trust you, and I wouldn't either. Now what matters though is your product page. Learning copywriting is important. Don't make it boring and be creative here. Simply copy other stores and switch up a few things if you're stuck or you're lacking some creativity. Chapter 4, advertising. It's time to print money, okay? So my strategy for guaranteed money is what I'm about to reveal to you. This exact method has taken beginners from $0 to $1,000 a day within 48 hours, okay? And it's the exact method that I used to start my store, which is now making $700,000 a month. In 2024, you want to have specific advertising strategies, and I'm going to reveal to you the one that is the most effective right now. Of course, I'm going to show you all of this, but before that, let me just show you like the layout. Now, if you're new, you're not going to understand anything of this, and that's fine because I'm going to show it to you, okay? This is just so the experienced people can take a screenshot. Facebook ad setup, and there's going to be a live showcase. You want to have one campaign with 5 ad sets, okay? The event you want to go for is purchase. You want to schedule all your ads to start at midnight, so that's 0000. Your audience is going to be completely broad. Your placement is going to be Facebook and Instagram feed only, and you want to have 3 different videos under each ad set. Advertising in 2024 is about one thing and one thing only. Testing videos and content pieces, figure out which one hooks your audience the most in. It's no longer so much about targeting interest or the right audience. You want to test your videos first and then find an audience for it later. The good thing about this is that it allows you to test multiple marketing angles, and once one of them sticks, you can double down on it. We set up broad campaigns to test video creatives first. They all have different first 5 seconds marketing angles and purposes, and our goal in testing is to find winning videos, not audiences. Now, before I show my ad strategy, let's quickly summarize what we have so far. So we're going to be finding our price with Instagram Reels. We want something that we can sell for 2 to 3x the price, ideally not more than like $40-50 on our website. And on screen right now is going to be an example of a good Shopify store. When you design your website, you want to make sure that the headline speaks, okay? The customer simply just scans your website. So get creative, make cool headlines, use GIFs or pictures in your description too, and have headlines that explain the product, because the customer is just going to quickly scan your website and then make their decision. Also, make sure you have free shipping available on your site. Now, let's look at the ad strategy. The first thing you want to do on Facebook is you want to go for a sales campaign. We're going to click create over here. Then we have the option for Advantage Plus, which is a genius way of testing creatives, but personally, I go with manual sales campaign. We're going to go with continue. Then you want to scroll down here. You want to put CBO on. You want to go with $100 a day. Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to spend 100, but it's a good starting point. Then we're going to go to the next page. Then you want to scroll down, put your conversion rate as purchase. So that's knocking off the first out of the 5 things. We have purchase as our event now. Then the next thing you want to do is to schedule our ads to start at midnight. So that's going to be 12 a.m. So that's the schedule checked as well, 3 left. Then you're going to select your country. So for this video, we're just going to say that it's the UK right here. We're going to select our country. So we now have country, schedule, and the time. Then you're going to have the option here to select the ages, which is 18 to 65. Then here, usually we would be adding in an interest, right? We would search for something like saving, finance, vacation, if we were to sell, for example, a money saver. But in this case, we're going to keep it completely broad. We're not even going to touch it at all because we're testing videos, not audiences, okay? Next thing you want to do is you want to scroll down here. You want to edit the placements to manual. You want to go with Facebook and Instagram only. And then we're just going to go with the feeds while testing, but I do not have any problem with keeping all of this broad. In fact, it's not a bad idea either. Head over to the next page. Now on this side, you're going to go with single image or video. You're simply just going to scroll down, put in the URL to your store. You also want to hit manual upload here, not the catalog, okay? So we're going to scroll down, we're going to put in the link to our store, then we're going to upload the media, and we want to have tons of different videos, okay, to test. So we're going to upload one video now. So you're going to be uploading one video. Then you're going to go ahead and duplicate this 3 times, okay? And then you're going to upload. So here we have 2 new versions. You're going to put in your URL, and then you're going to put in the other video. So under the ad set, you will have 3 completely different videos, whether it's switching up the first 5 seconds, the hook, the offer, the marketing angle, it's whatever. So under each ad set, you will have 3 different videos. Everything is the same, just upload your media. So now your ad set will look like this. You will have 1 ad set, you will have 3 videos under each. We're going to go ahead and make 4 duplicates of the same ad set, keeping everything broad. And as you can see now, each ad set has 3 ads under it, 3 different videos, right? So video number 1 here, number 2, number 3, new ad set, video number 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 videos. Here we got 9, 12. So the point is, you want to go completely broad, no interest targeting at all. You just want to find that viral video and scale from there. So now you're going to have your ads running. So the ad setup is super simple. I have a full guide on it as well. Now that your ads are running, you're obviously not going to spend $100, as that is a huge waste of money if you're not getting any return. Already after $30 to $40, you're going to have an idea as to whether or not your product works. And I want you to pay attention to one metric, your CTR, the click-through rate. If that is under 2 or 3, your video ads are bad. You want to find a dominating one that has 4 to 5%, okay? Next thing you want to look at is your cost per click. If this is above $1, you're not going to be profitable, so you're better off cutting the campaign. If everything is perfectly set up and you're still not getting sales, your product just doesn't work. So now that we set it up, I'm sure all of this makes sense for you. We have 5 ad sets, $100 a day in the CBO, purchase, schedule, audience, feeds, and different videos. Now let's talk about scaling, the coolest part about e-com. This is when you make so much money that you will retire to your family, you'll buy a supercar, and probably give me my 50% since I've helped you. Huh? No, I'm kidding, guys. So how do we scale? The first thing is you want to find a dominating video like we just touched on. Then the second step to scaling is to cut the bad ones, okay? If you have videos that are not getting you visitors, not getting you sales, you want to cut them. In most cases, you will end up just having 1, 2, or 3 dominating videos, and that's completely fine. Once you have a winning video though, you want to be doing interest targeting, okay? To figure out which audience works the best with my video. So let's say that you tested a product for the longest time ever, and you find out that the people who are interested in your product are the same type of people that are interested in cars. Let's say you picked a marketing angle about saving up for your dream car with the saving box, and you see that, oh, the people who is buying are actually the ones interested in saving for cars, not the people interested in saving for a vacation. You're gonna come down here and we're gonna start adding in different types of interest, okay, to test with our best videos. So we're gonna go with sports car. We can make an ad set on that. We can hit suggestions here to get different type of audiences as well. But what I want in general is, once you figure out your video ad, okay, what actually works for you, I want you to go ahead and test a couple of interests every single day. The second that you can find an interest that makes sales with your video is when you will get rich, okay? Dropshipping is about finding the first video, then finding interest or audiences that fits it, using this exact feature that I'm showing you right here. And once you found one where you might have to test 5, 6, 7 different interests, once you find one and you have the video that's working already, you're gonna be making so much money. I'm promising you, you'll get to 1K a day within that week. It's really that simple. You just wanna find the right video and the right audience. Now, once you have all of that, you're simply just gonna go ahead and increase your budgets, okay? If something is making you money, all you gotta do is up the budget and cut your losses. Then you can go more specific. We can start customizing the ages right here. Let's say that our buyers are, 25 to 40-year-olds, we can start customizing that. And by going more niche, just not too much, because Facebook don't like that, but by going a bit more niche, we get a more clear picture of our audience, and we can start going with campaign functions like CBO, more advanced stuff, and you will be making a lot of money. But in the start, just find winning videos, find winning audiences, increase the budgets on the one that's working, and you will get rich. Now, here's a slide on what to do once you found your winning video ads. Just go ahead and take a screenshot of this, okay? Because I already kind of like explained the whole situation. I explained you how to select interest too. So just go ahead and take a screenshot of this, save it, and you're going to be good to go to make your first 1K a day. Now let's look at some results of my students who have started from complete scratch, working with me in my mentorship program using this exact strategy. The store on the right is actually my store, but here we got one of my students making $2,400 in just 4 days. Here we got another one who made over 6,000 pounds. That's almost $8,000 in just 1 day. And for the longest time before I started working with these guys, they were testing products, having no success. But once I implemented my method with them, they went from zero to making thousands of dollars super fast. Here we can see some more results as well. 2 of my students decided to team up to try dropshipping with TikTok Shop, and they made over $67,000 their first month doing it. And I could keep posting hundreds of more testimonials about the program. So if you're serious about changing your life and you want to succeed with dropshipping and get a proven strategy that's actually going to make you money if you're prepared to put in the work, I've decided to keep doing my mentorship and to open up a couple of more spots for you. So if you're interested in that, you can send me a message on Instagram right here. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I did everything I could to make you a bulletproof plan from going to $0 to $1,000 a day your first month dropshipping. Now, all of this work, it's not hidden behind a paywall just because I told you that I have a mentorship. That's for the more serious people who want to get rich fast with it and understand everything. But I can assure you that what I taught you in this video will guarantee you to make money, okay? 100% as long as you're serious. Also, make sure you join my free Telegram where I give daily advice. It's completely free. It's going to be linked in the description. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. We're going to take over YouTube with the free value for you.